Hello everyone and welcome to Harv's World for my tutorial on ridge markers. I am back on the Pacific Northwest map because no matter what tutorial I do, somebody always asks what map it is. So there you go. And I'm going to cover something that's might seem minor to many folks out there, but I get a lot of new players on my channel looking for answers, and so here's one more. So ridge markers, normally you will find these on planters and seeders. They're not on every planter and seeder, but they are on many planters and seeders. The first thing you want to know about ridge markers is I can only give you PC commands. I do not know controllers or any other commands, anything for console. I'm sorry, but these are great for console players because console players do not get access to GPS the way PC players do. So the first thing you need to know is the standard command for a ridge marker is Z. If I hit Z, you can see that arm pop out there on the left side. If I hit Z again, it's going to flip to the other side, and if I hit Z one more time, it's going to fold that. So left, right, done, and you just have to keep going through that cycle as you use them. Obviously, I want the side that's going to mark the field. I need the marker in the field, and all you have to do, you get your ridge marker out, you drop your seeder down, you start down this field, and you can see what this ridge marker is doing. It's plowing a line in the field, and literally that's exactly what it's doing. It's plowing a line. That is a plow in function right there. As strange as that may seem, in order for this particular mod to work, the end of that ridge marker has to be considered a plow. That's important to know and important to keep in mind, because if you put a ridge marker down and run it through a planted seed bed like we've got behind us right now, you're going to plow that up and disrupt the seed. You're going to destroy that, and you will have to go back over it and seed it one more time. So don't put the wrong ridge marker down. Now we're going to finish on this side of the field, turn around, and I'm going to show you exactly how handy these things can be. So when I get to the end of my field, I'm going to hit Z one more time. It's going to pop out the opposite side ridge marker. And of course I want to lift my seeder so I'm not dragging it through the grass. But now as I come back around, what I want to do is line the dead center of my tractor right up with that ridge marker. The line left in the soil by the ridge marker. I want to go straight down this line. I drop my seeder down and I start back down that field. This is handy for a number of reasons. First of all, some have questioned me comparing this to GPS. I will argue that it is very much like GPS just because it allows you to maximize your tool width when you're using seeders and planters. You can see this is getting a perfectly seeded straight line right down my field. Fantastic. The other thing that this is great for, if you're a player that would like to or is trying to play in first person, it's very simple to look down the nose of your tractor and follow that line and continue to get perfect seeding down your field. Now, like I said before, don't accidentally put the wrong ridge marker down, because if you do, and obviously I'm not going to stay on this map, but you can see it's plowing up that corn that we already had planted. In fact, if we look at our map now and look at our cornfield, you can almost start to see where that corn has been disrupted. You can see that it's an unplowed or a unplanted area. Right there's a little dot as I zoom in. So don't put the wrong ridge marker down. That's bad, okay? Now, I picked old school equipment because, well, ridge markers might seem a little bit old school. I mean, we've got all this fancy technology and everything now. But just to show you that it's not only old school, I mean, this is Harv's World, so we have to have a nice big fat Fent 1050. But we've got also a very brand new Kverneland seeder, and it in fact does have a ridge marker. So this is not necessarily old school technology. It is still being used very much today, although GPS has taken it over. I mean, this is a much cheaper alternative. Much cheaper. So that's my tutorial on ridge markers. I hope you found it useful, helpful, educational, or otherwise. If you did, please remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons down below. As always, I very much appreciate you coming along for the ride. And until next time, take care.